the auction. Sorry, Harshal.
All right, so what a day for the fans. I think on IPL's anniversary, this is the kind of IPL entertainment that we all deserved and we got it. Right?
Sure,
What a
superb
roller
game.
coaster of emotions amongst fans in the stadium.
What a
क्या सोचा कभी कभी इधर
what a
उधर.
tournament! What a tournament this Indian Premier League is. I mean, you barely see any one-sided games, boring games. One
Yeah,
team gets 200 plus, the other team almost gets it, two shots away from winning the match also. So what a tournament this is turns out to be
exactly.
year in year out. Superb.
And people would have just really enjoyed the sixes, the fours being hit, and then we were really thinking it's a batting wicket, not much for the bowlers, and then in comes Chahal and shows his jalwa on the field.
With
I
hat-trick.
mean, there are so many names to talk about today. This Butler, Hetmyer, Umesh Yadav, Aaron Finch, Chahal. किस की बात करें आज?
Yeah, true. If you have a 215 game and one team gets there to 8 runs, there will be a few names for sure on both
Exactly.
sides.
Absolutely. And getting to that total, which is probably the highest total right now in the season so far, 217, and the other team coming almost close to it, means both sides they have done well today. Right, Veda?
Yeah, it's been a good game of cricket. At any point, we didn't feel, the match is tilting towards one side or
One
anything like that.
True.
When RR was batting, Butler was going Basak, but they kept picking wickets on the other end, and
Yeah.
they kind of, maybe they would have got about 225. Maybe had there been someone who stayed till the end, because there was a lot of wickets which fell in the end. But at the same time, like when KKR started batting as well, there was a run out in the first ball itself, and then Finch was hitting all over. Uh, Shreyas was taking his time. The
I,
minute Finch got out, Shreyas, was in that
true.
zone. And then the wickets started falling for them. And like you said, that Chahal's over literally turned the game. If you remember, the first over, Finch took him apart. But that is the experience, and that is the kind of bowler Chahal is. And we've been talking a lot about him and telling how good he is. It still hurts that RCB let him go, but yes, that over kind of literally changed the game. Until then, KKR were in the driver's seat, but again, right after that, you see Umesh Yadav coming and hitting sixes and going crazy, and you don't know what is going to happen. Like there is life till the end. So it was fun. It was fun watching the game.
Exactly. And as you rightly said, that over by Chahal, it snatched the game away from KKR today. Joyda.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you just look at the quality of the man, whether you're playing in Dubai, whether you're playing in Bangalore, whether you're playing anywhere, Bombay, Brabant, Wankhede, small ground, small leg side, big leg side, doesn't matter. So that is a seasoned campaigner for me. I mean, I think all the doubts about who our spinners are going to be for the World Cup, one answer is done. I know he had a bit of a lull where he lost his place and they tried some other people. But just the ability to bowl slow, and I'm sure Veda will back me up on this, to be able to bowl slow under pressure is such a precious talent to have. Most spinners get quick, and that plays into the hands of these power hitters. But to be able to look at the way he got Nitish Rana, he just tossed it up in the air, slow, far away, the googly, miss time. Because with these batters, if you hit the middle of the bat, if you don't miss time it, it's going to be out. So it's by the
Yeah.
lack of speed, or maybe the just the your guile with your speed up and down, that you've got to fox them. You can't beat them for pace. The fast bowlers can't beat them for pace, so spinners have no chance. But if you can slow it down and still make it more difficult for them, and then show your variations, and to be able to bowl under pressure, and to be able to do it day in and day out, is just difficult saying. You can imagine how difficult you must be doing it.
True, absolutely. Let's talk about Rajasthan's batting a bit. Joss Butler going in great form. How good is he? Two names consistently performing, Joss Butler and Shimron Hetmeyer. We have really been seeing him, and also today we saw that running between the wickets, Joss Butler and Devdutt Padikkal, usually ek run, do run, but 4 runs today. That speaks a lot about their fitness. Damini, Welcome to the show. Your thoughts?
Thank you so much. Yes, the running between the wickets was unbelievable because as I was watching, I was like, okay, at least the boundary has been stopped. Well done by the KKR fielders. And then like, wait a minute, how is the scorecard? Why did it just record 4 runs? Okay, they actually ran for 4 runs. So that just speaks how fit the batters are. And I would say, KKR have just managed to lose a match which they easily could have won. uh, from the starting, okay, unfortunate it was for Narayan to get run out in that fashion, but otherwise Aaron Finch and Shreyas Iyer were just going brilliantly, keeping up with the run rate and maintaining the score parallelly. But somehow in the middle, brilliant over by Yuzvendra Chahal, that epic where he managed that hat trick and those 4 wickets. And there's one thing I'm very extremely disappointed is that how is it possible for 4 KKR batsmen to actually get dismissed on golden ducks? Like, why don't they realize that it puts so much pressure on the team? As Joydeep sir has on multiple occasions stated that KKR does not, I don't know why, does not bat as a unit. It's not cameos will never win you matches. KKR never bats as a
All
unit,
of
and I
those,
think that
all of
one,
those batsmen show unfortunate run out, except Andre Russell. You cannot blame him. That was an excellent ball
that
by
was a beauty. That ball was
Rahul.
a beauty by Ravichandran Ashwin. But otherwise, I think the
Agreed,
shot
agreed,
selection.
Yes,
agreed. But
Joy.
you got to read the ball out of the hand. That is the carom ball. The moment he bowled it, it's not a
Yeah,
mystery ball. So
yeah.
I can understand if the carom ball did not spin and became straight on LBW, but every ball, anybody who's watching the game, the carom ball was spinning out. It was an excellent ball, but it's a little loose on the part of Russell because that's his ball. He hasn't bowled it for the first time. His ball is the off spinner and the carom ball. And he bowls to the right handers carom balls. He was bowling carom balls to Shreyas Iyer all day, to Finch all day. So
Mhm.
it's not that it was one ball that he bowled that he's never bowled in his life or he's not bowled in the match.
Hmm, hmm.
Agreed, was a really good ball, but really good. This is the Indian Premier League. It is meant to be really good balls, and you're going to be up for it.
And
You
Damini
can't
is
get
right
Fox.
there. Yeah, sorry. Continue, Joda.
Yeah, I said you can't bet Fox by the one that leaves you and saying the carom ball is meant to leave you. If the carom ball came in and spun off, then I can understand. You can say, "ठीक है, ये ball ये होना नहीं चाहिए था." But it did what it's supposed to do, and you're going to play for that. And
Correct,
that's
correct.
where I think it was a bit loose. Veda, you agree with me on that?
Yeah, I mean, we usually tell the batters like when you're about to go and like watch the match so that you would know what kind of
Yeah,
a ball the bowlers are bowling, what's happening in the wicket. There's certain people who do it, there's certain people who don't do it. But there is a problem when the ones who don't watch it and then they go in and there is the first ball which is like executed brilliantly, and that's when
yeah,
they get foxed. Had he
true.
been, I don't know if he was watching or not, but more or less like how you said, like if he bowled a lot of carom balls to Shreyas Iyer, so that means he knows that he's going to come up with something like that.
Veda,
Nobody wants to.
he hardly bowled off spin to the right handers. Hardly.
No, exactly. That is where I was coming to. I was like, nobody
Yeah,
wants to bowl off spin to Russell because
absolutely. Absolutely.
in incoming balls,
My
he
point.
in his arc he would just swing it, even if it's first ball. It doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
and
So
also
Exactly.
and
that is
also to
something which they would come up with.
Yes,
and
Damini.
and also to as like to just expand on what sir said, that definitely a player of Russell's caliber cannot really get away with an excuse that he couldn't read the type of ball which Ashwin gave to me. Yes, definitely that was an unplayable ball, but he cannot just get away with an excuse. And especially in such a situation when Finch has been dismissed, Rana is gone, and it's only a year Shreyas Iyer who literally had the onus to carry on. So Russell had to take up the responsibility. And I think Venkatesh Iyer isn't, this literally has to be his 4th consecutive failure. Because even coming down, like after a 4 down or a 5 down, if this is his performance, then I don't think he can have his place retained in the team in the future matches.
So this is what we had even spoken about even the last time, and today is what happened. Aaron Finch and Shreyas Iyer gave the team a good start and got them to a level where they
Exactly.
just had to take it on from there. And then those wickets falling, and we were talking about it the last time that every time you can't have a special innings packed
Because
with six.
excluding Narayan's run out till the seventh over, the scores were absolutely equal. Rajasthan was 74 not out, and KKR was 74 for one. And then after that, Finch had literally taken it off. Like literally in the 10th over, KKR were 116 for two. Way ahead than Rajasthan Royals. So
Yeah,
there was that hope that, well, maybe KKR
thankfully.
can take it off from there. And then all of a sudden, Finch gets dismissed. Then Rana, Russell, and I don't even want to talk about the 17th over when Chahal just, let off carnage.
So Chahal just got the danger man out, and then the wickets after that. So Joyda.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, see, when you're chasing 215, you're always up against it. Okay, I think KK really played well, as Veda
Yes,
said. They were always in the game, but you're
yes,
always behind the eight ball. You're always going to be short. One good over, one wicket here, one wicket there. This sort of a game you'll win once in 20 times, once in 25 times. So
true.
it's not that this was a win. This was a game that KKR should have won in the sense that Damini is right that they were in a position to win, but if you
Yes.
see in the history, 215, how many times has it been chased? Not often. And when it's chased, we all talk about it. Oh my God, remember that, remember the chase, because it's not meant to happen.
True.
Because all the time batting at 11, 12 runs and over, and there are some bowlers, you lose wickets, and then, it was not meant to be. I mean, I think it was Umesh Yadav who came and made a match of it. If he had hit the sixes, the game would have been lost
Correct.
by around 15, 25 runs, 30 runs.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that way, if you look at it,
Don't you think their batting order is a little weird today? Why did they hold
yeah,
Pat
Cummins.
Cummins?
Yeah, and Mavi came before that. I was no idea why.
Mavi came before him. Jackson came before him. I mean,
Yeah,
when the required run rate was like literally more than 9, 10, you
and
expecting him to come and just get 2 overs, 30 runs, 40 runs. That's not gonna happen.
his back, he's red hot, and he's had a bad day with the ball, whereas everybody's had in this game except Chahal. And you send him there, and because if he's batting at 150, 60 strike rate, then Mavi and Sheldon can bat at 125, 30 and win you the game, and not the other way around. I completely agree with Veda on this.
Right. Well, it was RR's game today. They took full advantage of the batting wicket, and then, of course, their strong bowling attack took the game in their favor. And let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. Lucknow versus
RCB.
Veda's team.
RCB.
Joyda is invariably opposite side. Lucknow is in.
LSG,
No,
LSG,
no, Lucknow
LSG.
Super Giants.
Today
Look,
it was Johnny,
I
tomorrow
really
it's
like
my
Lucknow
team.
myself, but I think RCB has that edge.
No, I have a mixed feeling on this.
I thought Lucknow was your favorite team. Priya, you keep changing. You're not
That's what I'm
faithful to
saying.
the
I
team.
just said that, right? Like I really like Lucknow, but I'm
But you
supporting
when you
RCB.
like
That's it. Period.
when
Oh
you
yeah.
like a
If
team,
you
you
like
cannot
Lucknow,
go
done.
against it.
No,
I have a
yeah,
mixed
everything
feeling on this.
goes
I want
through the
Faf
team.
and DK to play very well, but Lucknow should win.
That's what. That's
That doesn't
exactly my
happen. If
point.
they
If
play well,
Faf
Lucknow is
and
not
Virat
winning.
click tomorrow,
Iram.
then we have the rest. Veda, I'm supporting you. You should be happy.
No, you should support
RCB,
your
I
team.
am
Be
only
loyal.
supporting Faf and
I'm the
DK.
only supporter of RCB. RCB is the best team in the world.
Very good.
That is you.
I have Reema who's going to support me tomorrow. If she's doing the show, I don't know. I'll send her on behalf of me.
Regardless, she will get bullied by you this time.
No. I am not there tomorrow, but if Reema is there, then I'll probably prep her up and say tell her what to tell.
Right. Okay, let's see what happens tomorrow. But may we keep watching such games, such thrilling games, exciting games, and may every day be a good
But
day for.
Joyda, you really feel Lucknow has got an edge over RCB tomorrow? Or you just
No.
saying because it's me?
No. Yeah.
Oh, it's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Then is the
She
end of
wants
RCB,
you to,
discussion.
but
that's it, but she wants you
but
to also say some good things about RCB, so please
Yeah,
start.
the end
but
of
but
discussion.
but also LC, I feel this is two really good teams playing in form. Also, seriously speaking, you know, I'm going because we have some banter, so I go against Veda. But I really feel this is a game. It's like one playing two. This is the two informed
Yeah.
teams playing. It's
Exactly.
KK is not in form, Mumbai is not in form, Chennai is not in form. Okay, Gujarat, RCB, Lucknow, they are the teams in form. There's obviously
Yes,
two divisions now. Okay, if two off form teams play, one will win. Okay, that's how the game goes. But what I'm
exactly.
saying is that this is not KKR at its best. It's not Chennai at its best. It's not Mumbai at its best. It's not a team Punjab at its best. But look at Hyderabad. They are playing at their best. RCB is playing at their best. Lucknow is playing at their best. Gujarat is playing at their
Exactly.
best. So you always want to see two teams who are in good form playing each other. May the best team win.
Yes,
True.
that's how we
I
want it to
agree.
be. I agree too, and
At
you
least there are
agree.
some things that we agree on each other, like with each other.
Hey, except RCB, we agree on everything. Just now, you and I smiling for the same reason, with a hand in the front of the face.
Except
You know
RCB and
that.
KKR, you both agree on
Except RCB
everything.
and KKR, we always
I was
agree.
about, I was about to text you later on.
I have actually already texted you, by the way.
Have you? I haven't checked because I'm doing the show
Yes.
today on my phone.
Yeah, I've already
Some
texted you, and,
issues.
and it's exactly what I said. But yeah, this tournament, this is a long tournament. I mean, I still feel KKR and all these teams that are lagging, maybe except Mumbai, who's probably a little far behind, and they need a miracle. Anybody can turn it around. There's a lot of cricket to be played.
So
You
what
run
do
the
you feel?
marathon.
How can KKR from this point, having lost 4 matches, 3 matches consecutively, they can plan to get back their momentum? Like, what do you feel should be the change in their team or their mindset, for that matter?
No, I think it's a matter of form. I think Nitish Rana team needs to take more responsibility. You can't bat in the top four and score once every 5 innings. Today, the game was he's an outstanding player of spin, and you cannot do that to Chahal. He's too good. When we play a game, when we play a shot, and Veda will agree with me on this, that there's a risk factor involved, and you try to diminish that. That is batting. Even if you try to hit a six, you go with your best chances against a bowler. But to Yajuvendra Chahal with the right leg outside, leg stump to the googly, and you slicing it like this, you'll hit it twice, 2 times out of 10. That's not a great ratio. So I feel these people have to take more responsibility. See, these are the guys that got you into the final almost. I mean, this Venkatesh Iyer, these are the guys who got you there. So it's a game of form, and that's what's so intriguing. You can have any number of players, you can go to the auction, but you don't know what form they will be in. This game is all about form. This Chennai team has 8 or 9 players who won the tournament. And look at them. They're languishing because it's a game of form. Otherwise, so once you know the players, we've got the card. Veda's got 3 jacks, 3 this thing, 3 runs and 2 trios. 13 card Rami is done. But it's not like that. Even those players who you take have to perform, and that is not a given with anybody. Now you take the Chahals, you take the Virats, you take the guy, the Umeshes, the David Warners, the Shikhars, who do it season out, and they are the ones you call your daddy players, your big players. But even
Bankers.
then, it's not. Yeah, bankers, absolutely. I wanted Veda I wanted that to come from Veda. But all I'm saying is that's not a given. And now KKR is not in form. Batting was never in form. Bowling was in form. Now bowling is also taking a lashing. And how good is Sunil Narayan? 423, 2 in this carnage. That is for me, he's my number one player in KKR. Because no matter what happens, 215, 315, 415, he's 224. He in this carnage. And he's been at it for about 10, 12 years now, and he's still a
Yes.
mystery. That is the class of the man.
His journey literally continues from the 2012 victory KKR when first time won, and since then he has been just contributing to KKR's success as always.
Yeah, Varun is getting exposed a bit. You can make out, but look at Sunil. They have seen videos of his. They have seen every release of his, but he still baffles you. That's quality.
Well, let's hope all the teams that are struggling with their form come back for
Veda
KKR
has something to say. Veda
Yes,
has something
Veda.
to say.
The peacock ball.
Oh, the peacock ball. Yes, I know. Veda, you
Right.
must try to become. You must bowl a bit of mystery also spin.
Now there's
You
one
tried?
girl in my team who's No, there's one girl in my team who's a leg spinner who's trying this Sunil Narayan ball. She's learning, like she's watching and she's learning, and I've named it peacock ball. So that's like the
Nice.
cue on the ground, like
And
what to bowl.
and in 2012, when Sunil Narayan came, I asked him that what is a good way of getting this ball going. He said bowl from 16 yards, then 18, then 20, then 22, because it takes a
Ah,
lot of lot of
strength.
strength in your fingers, and you build it up. Straight away, ball from 22, it lobs up and goes. So he first
Okay,
started, and I have to finish with this
I
one. So I asked
probably
Sunil
tell
Narayan,
that.
yeah, I asked Sunil, how did you start bowling like this? I mean, nobody tries to bowl mystery. He said, I used to be a medium pacer, and I didn't make it to my team. I was like, yeah, I can imagine with that build. So you didn't make it to your first class team. So I said, you didn't make it to your first class team. He said, no, dude, I didn't make it to my club team. Oh, I said, okay. So he said, if I didn't make it to my club team, I thought better start messing around, and here I am. So now messing around is not bad.
It's good. It's good to be weird sometimes.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
I
Okay,
probably
guys.
tell
Time to
my
call it
girls that.
tonight. Uh,
Yep, yep.
let's see what happens tomorrow. Lucknow versus what's the team?
RCB.
You
Getting a
cannot
Veda to
forget
say it,
RCB.
making sure she's still awake.
Yeah,
I
she
am
is
trying to
not
stay
awake.
awake.
You've taken half an hour of her sleep away now. Half an hour she'll be
Exactly,
going
yeah.
Yes, we will let you
like
go.
that.
We let you go, so you're fresh for your game tomorrow and the
Veda,
IPL.
good luck for both the games tomorrow. The one you're playing and the one you're
Thank you.
supporting.
Best of luck, Veda.
Thank you so much. Good night,
All
Bye
right,
bye,
guys.
bye
guys.
bye,
See you
guys.
tomorrow.
It's
Take care. Good
RCB.
night.
Bye.
Whoever's
Ah,
doing
CB,
this show,
yes.
remember that.
LSG, LSG, LSG.
Good
Bye,
night.
guys.
See you. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.